Welcome everybody once again. This is our second class for our module 2. In the first class we saw what is buoyancy, what is buoyant force. So buoyant force, see when an object is immersed in water, when there is a water body and when an object is immersed in water, the buoyant force always acts upwards and the weight of the body always acts downwards, and this buoyant force will be equal to the weight of the body. This is what we have seen in the first class, and we have solved one problem on this concept. Today we are going to solve three more problems. So before going to the problems, I want to make you remember two things. One is, always remember the volume of water displaced. Volume of water displaced will be equal to the volume of the body. So this is one important thing you should remember. Volume of water displaced will be equal to volume of the body. Okay, volume is equal. Volume of the water displaced when a body is immersed in water, volume of the water displaced will be equal to volume of the body. Then second thing what you need to remember is, under equilibrium condition, see, this is first relation is the relationship between the volume, right? Now, second is the relationship between the weight of the body and weight of the water. So, see, always the weight of the body in air will be greater than the weight of the body in water. See, that is due to the gravity, change in gravity in water and in air. When you drop a stone or a body in air, it will reach ground earlier than when you drop it in water. Okay, when you are dropping it in water from the same height and when you are dropping it in air from the same height, the object will reach the ground in the air at a faster rate. Okay, that means the gravity in water is very less, which means your weight in water will be less when compared to the weight in the air. Okay, we know weight is equal to mass by, sorry, we know mass, okay, we know weight is equal to mass into gravity. See, this mass is not changing, mass is constant, but gravity in air is more. Gravity in air is more. For air, the gravity is more. That means weight in air will be more. Gravity in water is less. That means weight in water is less when compared to weight in air. So our second condition is the weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in water will be equal to weight of the water displaced. Okay, this is the equilibrium condition, that is weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in water is equal to weight of the water displaced. So these two concepts or these two principles are very important for solving your problems. So we will move on to our problem. Our problem is, a stone weighs 392.4 Newton in air and 196.2 Newton in water. Compute the volume of stone and its specific gravity. So we need to compute the volume of stone and its specific gravity. So specific gravity, we know specific gravity is equal to density of the body divided by density of the standard body. That is, the standard body is water. Okay. So now we need to find volume first, volume of the stone. So using this concept, that is, a stone weighs, so our weight in air is 392.4 and in water it is 196.2. Now remember, in air the weight is more. In air the weight is more, and for this particular case the weight in air is 2 times the weight in water. So our condition is weight of the stone in air minus weight of the stone in water is equal to weight of water displaced. So we know weight of the stone in air is 392.4. It is in Newton. Weight of the stone in water is 196.2 Newton. Now, weight of water displaced. So, the formula for weight is rho g into volume. How did we get this? See, weight is equal to mass into g, right? So, what is mass? We know density is equal to mass by volume. So, what is mass? Mass is equal to density into volume. Density into volume. Okay, so weight is always is equal to rho g into volume. Rho g into volume. So weight of the stone means density of the stone into g into volume. Volume of the stone. Weight of the water means density of the water into g into volume of the water. Now weight, so weight of the water displaced will be equal to rho g v, rho g volume. So density of water into g into volume of the water displaced. So volume of water displaced will be equal to volume of the stone. Volume of the water displaced will be equal to volume of the stone. See, mass of the stone do not change. Similarly, the volume of the stone, whether it is placed in air or in water, it is not going to change. Okay, so volume of water displaced will be equal to volume of the stone. So what we get is 392.4 minus 196.2, we get 196.2 is equal to density of water is 1000, G is 9.81 and volume of water displaced is what we need to find, because volume of water displaced will be equal to the volume of the stone. So volume of water displaced is equal to 196.2 divided by 1000 into 9.81. We get 1 by 50 meter cube. So this is the volume of the stone. So converting it into centimeter cube, we know 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. That means 1 meter cube is equal to 100 into 100 into 100 centimeter cube. So it is 10 raised to 6 centimeter cube. So 1 by 50 into 10 raised to 6 centimeter cube, we get 2 into 10 raised to 4 centimeter cube. Therefore, this is nothing but the volume of the stone. That means the volume of the water displaced is equal to volume of the stone. That is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 4 centimeter cube. Okay, you can write it in centimeter cube, but this in meter cube, it is more important, because this will help you while finding the specific gravity, because the density of stone by density of water. So density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, we take the density of water in meter cube normally. So it is better to, it is more important to write your volume of water displaced in terms of meter cube. Now, specific gravity of the stone is equal to density of the stone by density of water. We know density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So, we will keep this mass by volume also in terms of kilogram per meter cube. Okay. So, we know mass is equal to weight by G. Mass is weight by G. So, you can calculate these separately and you can substitute, or you write it directly as I have done. Okay, find mass separately. Mass is equal to weight by G. Then volume we have already found. Then you can substitute. That will be easy in order to avoid confusion. Otherwise, you can write directly if you are not confused. So weight, we have already found the weight. See, this weight is nothing but weight in air. Okay. So weight of the stone in air is given as 392.4 divided by G is 9.81 into volume, we are taking it in meter cube. This volume we are taking it in meter cube. So that is why it is 1 by 50. It is 1 by 50 meter cube. So we get a 392.4 into 50. This 50 goes up. So divided by 9.81 into 1000. We get the specific gravity of the stone as 2. It does not have any unit. We will move on to the next problem. Next problem is a body of dimensions 1.5 meter by 1 meter by 2 meter. So this is nothing but the volume of body. Okay, the dimensions of the body is given. So that is nothing but our volume of the body. It weighs 1962 Newton in water. Find its weight in air. What will be its specific gravity? So we know, so the volume of the body is 1.5 into 1 into 2. So we get 3 meter cube. That is nothing but the volume of the water displaced. That is our first condition. Weight of the volume of the body is equal to volume of the water displaced. Now the second condition is weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in water equal to weight of the water displaced. Weight of the body in air will be greater, right? So we will find the weight of the body in air. Substituting weight of the body in water is 1962 Newton. We get weight of the water displaced. Weight will be equal to rho g into volume. So density of the water is 1000, g is 9.81. Volume of the water displaced will be equal to volume of the body. So it is 3. Now weight of the body in air. So only this weight of the body in air is unknown. So weight of the body in air is equal to 31,392 Newton. Now specific gravity of the body, as usual, the density of the body in air by density of water. So this is mass by volume. So we get this mass is equal to weight by gravity. So weight is 31,392. Okay, this is weight. Gravity is 9.81. So this is our mass. This is our mass divided by volume. Okay, this is our volume divided by the density of water, this 1000. So we get 1.067. This do not have any unit. Now we will move on to the next problem. The last problem for today and for this concept. The problem is find the density of a metallic body. Find the density of a body which floats at the interface of mercury of specific gravity 13.6 and water. So you have mercury and water such that 40% of the volume is submerged in mercury and 60% in water. So now we'll move on to the solution. So first we will draw the diagram, okay. So it is given that it is an interface of mercury and water. Since the density of the mercury is greater than the density of water, mercury will be down. That is, water will float above the mercury. So mercury is marked below and water above. And it is given, so this is mercury, this blue, this is mercury and this is water. And it is given the body when it is immersed in this water body, in this body of liquid, the 60%, see 60% of the body lies in water and 40% of the body lies in mercury. Okay, so we will take the volume of the total body as V. Complete, the total volume of the body is V. That means volume of the body lying in water is 60% of V and the volume of body lying in mercury is 40% of V. Now, the volume of the body is taken as V and we know the buoyant force. When a body is immersed, the buoyant force acts upwards and the weight of the body acts downwards. And the equilibrium condition, the buoyant force will be equal to the weight of the body. So total buoyant force which is acts upwards is equal to weight of the body acting downwards. Now buoyant force, since 60% lies in water and 40% lies in mercury, it is a combination of both buoyant force of water and buoyant force of mercury. So total buoyant force is equal to buoyant force of water plus buoyant force of mercury. That is equal to weight of the body, that is rho g volume. So density of the body, g into volume of the body. So volume of the body is V. Now buoyant force of water is nothing but weight of the water displaced. Okay. So buoyant force is nothing but weight of water displaced plus buoyant force of mercury is nothing but weight of mercury displaced. See, force is equivalent to weight. Force is Newton, weight is Newton. Okay, force is equivalent to weight. So volume is equivalent to volume of the body is equal to volume of the water. Volume of the water displaced. Okay. Now buoyant force is equal to upward buoyant force is equal to downward weight of the body. So this buoyant force is nothing but the weight. So weight of the water displaced plus weight of the mercury. So weight of the water displaced is rho GV, that is density of water G into volume of the water displaced, plus density of, that is buoyant force of mercury is equal to rho G into volume of mercury displaced is equal to density of the body G into V. So everywhere there is gravity, we will cancel the gravity. Now density of water, we know the density of water is 1000. So density of the water is 1000. Now, this volume of the water displaced is volume of the body immersed in water. That is a 60% of the volume. Volume of the water displaced. Okay. Now, plus density of the mercury. The specific gravity of the mercury is 13.6. So, density of mercury. We know specific gravity is equal to density of mercury by density of water. Density of the body by density of water. So, density of mercury is equal to, specific gravity is given as 13.6 into density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So, 13.6 into 1000 into volume of the mercury displaced, that is 40% of the body lies in mercury, 40% of V is equal to density of the body into the total volume of the body. So, volume of the body is V. So everywhere we will cancel V. The only unknown is density of body. Density of the body is equal to 6040 kilogram per meter cube. So that is all for today. We will see the next concept is meta center, which we will see it in the next class. Thank you.